This video is going to be showing you the places that you may want to consider putting your money after payday. First and foremost, it's critical to comprehend why so many people earning $50,000, $60,000, or $75,000 a year still experience financial hardship. While a lot of different factors can have an impact on people's ability to pay their bills, the number one factor is that most people don't understand how to manage their money. It's not taught in our schools and isn't generally taught by our parents. The first place that we're talking about is actually before you get paid, and that's your retirement fund. If you're in America, you could take advantage of something like a 401k plan that may be offered through your employer. Taking money out before you even see your paycheck through something like a 401k could certainly help you build that future that you may be looking for in retirement. One of the worst things in the world that has been quoted is that the only thing worse than dying is running out of money before you die. Even if you're in your 20s right now and you think, well, I'm not gonna retire for another 40 years, what's the point in saving for retirement? This is the perfect time to do that. Just putting away 5 to 15% of your money before you even see your paycheck into a 401k, especially if your employer is offering to match a percentage of your contribution, can save you from the fate of running out of money. Some younger people, especially when they first start their jobs, opt out of the 401k, and they end up really hurting themselves over the long run. Let's talk about the next one here, which is after that money gets shaved off for your retirement fund and it goes into your checking account. Splitting your checking account into multiple accounts, each one for a different situation. Paired up with this is having your money automatically drawn into those different accounts, as well as automatically being drawn out to pay for necessities. Necessities means the bare bones necessities to keep you off the streets and to keep you alive, not a TV or buying an Xbox for your nephew for Christmas, just the basic needs like food, shelter, transportation, healthcare, and utilities. Other accounts can be split amongst savings, emergency funds, and your fun money. The next one is very important, and that's your emergency fund. It actually turns out that about 40% of Americans can't afford to pay a $400 emergency expense, because they're in such a financial hole at the moment. Everybody should have an emergency fund, regardless of whether you have $1 million in your bank account or $1,000 to your name. Having an emergency fund is going to be one of the first steps to sort of alleviating financial stress that you may have. This is a crucial step, and it could range from $500 up to $10,000. A great strategy for building this is to just start by taking a set amount out of every paycheck, like $20, and putting it into a separate emergency fund that is easily accessible. You want it to be accessible because this is for situations where it's a true emergency and you don't have any cash on you. Even if you're in debt, this is important to have, because if you are at the $0 mark and you don't have an emergency fund when something happens, you'll be digging yourself into more debt. Now we're looking at paying off your debt. One method is to slowly pay off your debt by tackling the lowest amount of debt first. For example, if you have two loans, one for $600 and one for $2,000, you'd pay off the $600 first regardless of the interest rate. This way you can get out from under that loan and stop earning interest on it entirely and focus on the next debt entirely. This way you're also creating less types of debt for yourself to deal with in the long run. Digging yourself out of debt may seem daunting at first, but it will be a good way to use your money, because in the long run it can save you a lot of heartache. The biggest obstacle many people face is not avoiding the debt, but trying to get rid of it in the long run. There's also many options for debt relief out there for people struggling to make ends meet and pay off things like student loans. The last place that we'll discuss in this video is putting your money into long-term investments like stocks, ETFs, or other money holdings. Long-term investments can range from a savings account to real estate and everything in between. Typically, to get into higher range investments such as real estate, you end up using other investment strategies to build the wealth to be able to upgrade investments. Utilizing long-term investments can help create wealth as you age. It's tempting for many people to buy and sell stocks, but there are plenty that do better over the long term, like the S&P 500 that grows at an average rate of over 9% a year. It just takes time for these to grow, hence the name long term. Thanks for watching. Share this with somebody who you think could find some use of this video.